What's going on, guys? We're back. Sorry about me being offline for a bit, not making videos, just had a bit going on and haven't really been down to the car that much. So I have been down to do some body work and some prep, sanded the whole car down. It's going in next week, in less than a week, to go get a closed door respray. We're just going to go down to the car today, do a few things, repaint the gutter moldings on the roof. We also got to sort out the gutter molding strips that go on the rear windshield. But yeah, going down to Bunnings at the moment. Got to pick up some paint, some primer, some silicone. Pick it up when we're at Bunnings and I'll show you what I'm going to get. Alright, here we are. We got our HBD spoiler. It's going to have to get sanded down and painted up. A new climate control, hopefully that fixes the heater. Got all the paint for our gutter moldings. Seat backs with good pockets. And our jack, because I believe you need a good jack in the back for roadworthy. Alright, here it is. Dummied up. Alright, changing the back of the seats now. Get rid of these old, bad ones. Alright, that took way too long. Main issue was getting them off. They're a pain. Alright, so our next issue is the climate control. Let's get this off, take that off. 2 screws out. Now you've got 3 screws along the bottom here, 2 screws up here, and everything should just pop off. Before you go ripping this out, every button on your fascia has got wiring to it. So pull it out slowly, try to get your hands behind there, try to disconnect it, and yeah. That one's out. Now it'll come out. Now to get this out, there's 3 screws, so you got 1 there, 2 there, and then you'll have to disconnect all the wiring and the vacuum lines. Well, that's why, that wasn't connected, so we did have a problem there, but I'm just going to change it over, peace of mind. Got to disconnect the rod back here. All you need is a flathead screwdriver, and I'll show you what to do. Need to disconnect this rod here, and you see there's a little clip at the very top there. You just need to get a flathead screwdriver. Be very careful, they are very, very brittle, and just pop it off that way, and you can push your rod out of that clip. Might need a knife, actually, something a little bit thinner. There we are. Far out. Old one out. New one in. Make sure all your vacuum lines are sealed down, unlike mine was when I took it out. Now, all I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to clip all the mode lights, the hazards, and the lights in to make sure that the lights work on the climate control unit. Lights work. Yep, lights work. All right. I'm going to start it and see if I get that vacuum. Okay, we got out of there, out of the foot, feet only. Everything's working so far. Demister and feet. Oh yes, front demister. Oh, look at that. And then we're going to turn it all the way to heat. No, it's not working. All right, so pretty much we did get it working. I had it all backwards. I knew what to look for, but in my head I had it all backwards. So once I turned it to cold, that's when the heater tap fully closed, which wasn't doing it with the other three units. So if you're ever having that issue like I did, where if you turn it to cold and the heater tap doesn't show vacuum, then try upgrade to a VX one. This one came out of a VX and it's a completely different, it's got the exact same plugs and the vacuum ports and stuff, but it's just in different areas. And I'm thinking that when they made the VX, they did a little bit of upgrading to make it a bit better. So what I'm going to do now, putting these railings on for the gutter molding. Basically, they're meant to be installed before the glass is on. You're meant to clip them on the glass. So what I've done is I've cut off that lip. Cut off the lip, made it straight so that it all lines up with the glass, but I don't have to get underneath it. So now I'm just going to silicone it all on, put silicone down the side of the glass, and go from there. Alright, very dodgy job, got it in there. It's all silicone down. Alright, while we're waiting for the paint to dry for the gutter mouldings, I'm going to get started on doing tie rod ends. So I've got these tie rod ends, I forgot I had them, so I might as well install them now while I'm waiting. Alright, taking the wheel off, just got to take the castle nut off. I'm going to measure, it looks to be the exact same length, so all we'll do is we'll loosen that back nut off, spin the old one off, spin the new one on, tighten it up, and you'll be good to go. Because I couldn't get that off, I've decided to use my tie rod removal tool. So basically you just pry it in between there, and when you tighten up that bolt, that should free itself. Alright, we got it. Out with the old, in with the new. Alright, because that's all done, greased up, I'm going to do the other side. Alright, so this is why I originally bought the tie rods. If it shakes side to side, you've got tie rod problems. If it shakes up and down, you've got other problems, suspension problems, wheel bearing, could be anything. But yeah, so this wheel likes to shake side to side. It needs to go for a roadworthy. I'm going to do them anyway. I'm pretty annoyed with myself. I did all that on film. Well, I thought I was filming, but I wasn't filming, and now I don't have any of that. So, sorry guys, you're just going to have to trust that I did the other side. We're just going to go back to painting the gutter molds. So that's after 2 coats. We do have a little hiccup here, but nothing I can't fix. And then we'll chuck some clear coat after the 3rd coat. Alright guys, that's me for today. I'm pretty tapped out. I've been working all day, so we did a fair few things today. We got those rail silicone down on the back glass. We did the tie rods, gutter mouldings. We got the climate control working. Finally, can have a heater. So yeah, and the next time you guys will see the car, she'll be painted, looking schmick. Can't wait to get a roadie done on this. It looks like a bloody monster truck right now because it's on stock rear springs. I've got double SLs ready to go for when she's roadworthy. Just slam her down. Alright guys, like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one. Catch ya.